It has the makings of a murder mystery novel, a rising social media star, a deadly betrayal, and a female killer on the run. But sadly, this story is all too real.
Phoenix police are searching for leads in the murder of a 17-year-old girl.
Just 17 years old, Itzel Espinoza had a world of possibilities ahead of her. She was about to start her senior year of high school in El Mirage near Phoenix, Arizona, sharing every moment of her life on social media.
My daughter was kind of like the center of attention, and she was kind of like, in a way, kind of blindfolded by her lifestyle.
Blindfolded and perhaps naive to the danger posed by a new group of friends, which her dad called the wrong crowd. One night when Eduardo couldn't reach his daughter, he reported her missing to the police.
I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and yeah, she never replied.
Then, the unimaginable news.
The victim found shot to death in a car over the weekend.
That murder victim, Eduardo's beloved Itzel.
They were talking about like having they finding a woman in a vehicle in an alley. Deep down inside, I already knew it was, my daughter, but I didn't want to believe it.
Investigative reporter Justin Lum covered the case in the Fox 10 Phoenix YouTube series Aftermath, Murdered in Phoenix.
It was the early morning hours of July 3rd, 2021, around 5 a.m. when a witness alerted authorities to a body found in a stolen Lexus. It was the body of 17-year-old Itzel Espinoza, who was sitting in the front passenger side of the car, and she had been shot multiple times. The alleged shooter in this case is Lindsay Aguilar.
She got into confrontation with this person, and then she called it quits, and then she kind of got away from the situation, removed herself from that area.
An argument between the two teens started in the early morning hours. Witnesses told police 18-year-old Lindsay Aguilar first brutally beat Itzel, but she wasn't done.
Itzel wanted no more of this fight, and that's when she ran to this car and locked herself inside. Now, her friend, so-called friend, Jesus Padilla, was there eventually. He is the one who actually gave Lindsay the gun after she asked for it. And as she took that gun into her hands is when Lindsay allegedly fired multiple shots through the window, killing Itzel.
It didn't take long for police to track down Jesus Padilla, who admitted to supplying the gun. He was charged with first-degree murder by facilitation. At his sentencing, Itzel's grieving family addressed him.
Family friends come around, but her room is empty. I can't hear her laughs, her music.
And I wanted to look at you in the eye to tell you right now that what you did was wrong.
Jesus was sentenced to 13 years for reckless manslaughter for his part in Itzel's death.
I want to apologize to both her and her family for what what happened. Itzel never deserved it. She was one of a kind. I truthfully don't think words can possibly describe how wonderful and amazing she really was.
While the defendant was not the person who actually pulled the trigger, he was the person who handed the gun over to the person who actually pulled the trigger, a woman named Lindsay Aguilar.
But where was Lindsay Aguilar?
We believe she's somewhere in Mexico. We're working with federal partners. We're also working with local Mexican authorities to try to identify where she is.
She could be anywhere in Mexico. She may have family members either in Mexico and in the U.S., and there are definitely people who know about her whereabouts or at least her tracks.
Now, days have turned into months and even years as Itzel's family continues to maintain her room as if she never left.
Walking inside Itzel's room, you definitely get a sense that you are frozen in time and taken back to a moment where she was still alive, and that you could envision her, putting on her makeup, picking out an outfit for the night. You can see why they don't want to take that room apart and change it into something else. That is all they have left of her.
This is our little thing we do every day.
Nearly 4 years later, Eduardo and his family still make the daily drive to Itzel's gravesite.
She was a girly girl, so we tried to keep her area clean and decorated and, keep it up to date. It's like a pain never goes away. You have to kind of learn how to live with it.
But the family hopes they'll soon learn where Lindsay Aguilar is so that she can be brought to justice.
She needs to stand trial. She needs to speak to us. She needs to speak to the community and tell everybody why she did what she did. This is a 17-year-old that lost her life for no reason.